For me, getting up early to capture a stunning sunrise can be so exciting. The anticipation builds as I think to myself, what has nature got in store for me this morning? And by the looks of that sky as I approach the beach where I'm photographing, it's going to be a banger of a sunrise. Well, good morning. It has been such a long time since I have done a sunrise shoot. I've got the Nikon D850 with me with the Nikon AF-S 16-35. I think I've timed it well. I looked at my Clear Outside app, saw the cloud was going to be pretty good for a sunrise, and I think we are in for a treat. I'm getting down to the beach as fast as I can because the sun is just coming up and the beautiful orange glow is coming up underneath the clouds. I think we are in for a stunner this morning. Oh my goodness. Have a look at that sky already. Wow. Oh, this is so beautiful. It's one of my favorite things to do is shoot sunrises. I'm going to try and find myself a bit of a composition along the front here. I'm just going to look for a bit of driftwood or something like that. Go from there. Well, wow, look at this. This is great. So what I'm doing right now is I'm walking along the front, and yesterday when I was down here I found some dead wood, and I want to use that as a foreground. It looked really cool. I just think it's just a matter of finding it quickly, that's all. Just coming into where I saw this wood yesterday afternoon. This is pretty cool here. But there was another piece. Here it is down here. Okay, so when I was doing a little bit of a recce yesterday, I found this bit of wood sitting there. It was like a bit of driftwood that's come in. There you go. That's it right here. That's going to be our foreground subject. What I'm actually doing is I've got my little Manfrotto travel tripod and I'm inverting it because I want to get down low to this subject. I'm going to have my sunrise there. It's really just starting to come through beautifully now. So with me this morning, I've got my Kase filters. I might go for a long exposure. I might try a long exposure, but I also try just a normal shot as well. But when that light gets under it, it's going to be just incredible. I'm just taking a test shot to make sure that I got everything in focus to begin with. Yeah, that's pretty cool there. I make sure that I get my horizon level. And when I go for this long exposure, I'm going to expose for the sky. There's a few things that I check on the camera before I take the shot, and I'll tell you what those are just before I take the shot. So what I'm doing is I'm putting my little shutter remote into the D850, and this is going to let me keep the shutter open longer than 30 seconds. So I need to go into a thing called bulb mode. So I'll set the camera in bulb mode. I've already exposed for the sky. I've got my reading. It's just starting to get that way where I'll get a shot in a minute, and we'll go from there. So these are my Kase filters. The great thing about these filters is they're color coded. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going for something like the 10 stop ND, which is the red one, or I might even go for a 6 stop, which is the gold one. Okay, so I'm just about to take the shot. The sun is just about to come over the horizon. I've opted for a 6 stop ND. That's the gold ring on that Kase filter. I've done my exposure settings and I'm using my long exposure calculator app on my phone. At 6 stops, I've got 2.5 seconds at f11 at ISO 64 on the D850. So for that, I'm going to get a 2:40 long exposure. So what I need to do, firstly, is before I put the filter on, I check to make sure I got focus. I've done that. Then what I do is I switch it over into bulb mode. And then lastly, I make sure that I close the viewfinder so I don't get any sort of stray light coming into the exposure. Wow, look at that. That sky is on fire. I've actually had to readjust my settings here quickly. Just double check my focus is right. So I'm now getting 1/5 of a second at ISO 64 with the f-stop of f11. It's 1/5, hang on. Exposed for the sky. So at 1/5 on the long exposure calculator app, that just gives me this 13 seconds. So what I'm going to do is quickly just change over into a 10 stop and see what that gives me. So a 10 stop will give me 3 minutes 24. Wow. Okay. Let's give this a shot. Hang on, let me just go into bulb mode. Very important. This is why I love the D850 so much for doing this type of stuff. It just allows me to bring back those darks in the shot so beautifully when I'm doing landscape. Bulb mode, and let's fire away. Actually, I'll do a little bit less than 324 because it's getting brighter. And away we go. Well, I'm pretty happy with this shot. I'm just going to zoom in. I'm just going to make sure, yep, everything is in focus. That is fantastic. That's my alarm going off on the phone. I'm already awake, phone. Wow. It's times like this in nature. This is the reason why I get up and I do these sunrises. When you see something so beautiful like that and you capture it, you know, with your favorite camera. That's what makes photography all worth it. Well guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this sunrise photography shoot with the Nikon D850. That was just fantastic. Never stop creating. Get out there, go and have fun with your camera. I'll see you next time.